He should have been in jail. Should have been in jail. And if he was, if things were done, in my opinion, correctly, Larissa would still be alive.
A 26-year-old woman described as thoughtful, smart, and kind, killed in a car crash in North Austin. The suspect has a lengthy criminal history, and the victim's family is trying to make sense of why he was allowed behind the wheel of a car. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Jennifer Sanders.
And I'm Daniel Marin. KXAN's Brianna Hollis tells the story of Larissa Harold and explores the imprints of crime in our community.
This is one of my favorite pictures of her. A lot of these plants were Larissa's plants. This has become sort of Larissa's plant room. One of the things that Larissa loved to do, she loved life, and she loved things to grow.
Holding her picture right now, kind of just being here talking about her, can you give me 3 words that come to mind to describe her?
Thoughtful, smart, and kind. And she was 26 years old when she was killed. Larissa was probably one of the most beautiful human beings I've ever seen. She was the kind of person that would look out in the world and see how things could be better and how she could make them better.
Larissa Harold worked as a mechanical engineer, had 2 degrees from UT Austin, and a passion for community service. On Saturday, November 22nd, 2025, while on her way back from volunteer work, a car crash cut her life short.
Larissa's mom, Audrey, called me, and when she told me she was just, truly devastated and hysterical, she had called me from the scene. And what she told me, she said Larissa was dead.
As Larissa sat at a red light in her car at the intersection of Palmer Lane and Mopac, police say a vehicle driving south on the service road sped, lost control, jumped multiple barriers, and slammed into Larissa's car.
I couldn't believe it. It was something that you could never comprehend. Didn't learn much about the details that day, but learned a lot from that day on. But the thing that you realize is that how many things happen after someone you love dies, or the legal things that occur.
A lot of logistics that you don't have the emotional capacity for.
True. Those things that you just never, ever expected to do, wanted to do.
The family eventually learned more about the other driver, Jaheim Neal, who police have since arrested for manslaughter. Investigators say he had a blood alcohol level of 0.12 and was under the influence of cocaine and marijuana. They also say he was speeding and driving without a valid license.
It's a matter of public record who this individual is. And when you look at what he had done in his life.
Thomas is talking about Neal's 2020 arrest and what's happened since. In 2020, Neal faced aggravated kidnapping and robbery charges. The case ended with a plea deal.
He was on what was called deferred adjudication.
Deferred adjudication is similar to probation. You have to follow certain parameters for a specified amount of time. In Neal's case, that was 8 years, and if those conditions are met, the charge doesn't stay on your record. The Travis County District Attorney's Office says the attorney who worked the plea deal no longer works here. So the office won't comment on its decision to allow Neal to receive deferred adjudication.
Since then, he's had several misdemeanor arrests in Travis County for things like assault, drugs, and terroristic threat charges. This is part of the reason why the district attorney's office filed 3 motions between 2021 and 2025 to take Neal off of his deferred adjudication probation and put him in prison. Attorneys also noted he tested positive for drugs and failed to pay court fees. All of these, the DA's office says, were violations of Neal's probation conditions. Judge Chantal Eldridge denied every one of the state's motions, and the county attorney's office ultimately dismissed the misdemeanor cases.
And how his life intersected with my daughter's life, with Larissa's life, is beyond belief. It's beyond any any words of irony.
It wasn't until Neal's arrest in Larissa's case that Judge Eldridge granted the state's request to place Neal back in custody. He's now serving a 4-year sentence for violating his deferred adjudication terms. We asked Judge Eldridge why she denied all of the prior motions, and her office told us she, quote, does not comment on cases assigned to her court.
The more you find out about this individual, the more angry you get.
Making sense of all this became the new life mission for Thomas. He plans to follow the manslaughter case closely through the court system.
Try to put some focus on what can be done better to protect the citizens of Austin.
So you're fighting for her the way that you think she would fight for someone else in this situation?
Absolutely, and I think that that's an excellent way to put it. I think that if it was anyone else in the family that was killed in the manner that she was killed, or her friend, she'd be outraged. She'd be speaking out, and she would try to change and make the system better.
Brianna Hollis, KXAN News.
And we have reached out to Jaheim Neal's attorney by phone and email. We have not yet heard back. We will update our coverage when we do. Neal's next court date is set for June. The punishment for manslaughter in Texas ranges from 2 to 20 years in prison.